wire the contents of the fridge on the jump seat. To defrost the fridge. Let me show you this. So the manual says that when a 1/4 inch or more of ice begins to build on the chilling plate here, that you need to defrost, and I am definitely due for that, particularly on this front portion here. The rest was pretty good. The manual also says that the reason for this situation is the number of times the door opens and closes and the humidity. And here in Florida, it's fairly humid, and now living full time, it's getting used a lot more. So I've added some pots here with hot water to help kind of speed up this process. So I've got everything literally warming and chilling, but this looks like it'll be over here in about 10 or 15 minutes. And then from Cedar Key, I'm actually having clams for dinner tonight. Look at this. Clams from Cedar Key. Delicious. Absolutely spectacular. And a butter of wine, salt, and Old Bay seasoning sauce. Pretty good. So I've loaded everything back in, and the operation is complete. All the ice is gone. And it was pretty quick. The adding the heated water really accelerated things, and whole process about half hour. I think it'll cool more efficiently. All right, after a little dinner, it's time to wash some dishes, which I do have some greasy dishes, so I need to get some hot water. So the Truma setting here, I've got the hot water cooking. You can see the blinking gauge here. So I've got it set on hot mode with electric and gas, so the gas gauge is open here. So let's wash some dishes. Got a lot of dirty dishes in here. There's my clam pan. Okay, so let's set up. I'll save my greasiest pan for last. Then I undo the stopper so the water can drain, and now we'll do the rinse. And this pot, what you might recognize, is from the Instapot, and it's the only pot I have besides a saute skillet pan thing. So I only have 2 pots, and I found this is working pretty good. Pots take a lot of space. So what I'm able to do here is store this pot in the Instapot itself, up in the overhead bin above the bed. But this pot is really thick stainless steel, so it can boil, saute, braise, steam, etc. So this has been a pretty useful tool. And for a lid, what I do is actually use a plate. So dishes are done, and I'm just going to kind of rinse out the sink a little bit. Turn that off, lower that, and that's it. I'm not sure about you, but I kind of enjoy doing dishes. It's like doing laundry. There's great satisfaction in getting things done and accomplished, and for me at least, it's a sense of accomplishment. I actually store this, so when I make a protein drink, rather than washing it every time, I actually go for 3 or 4 days. You know, I give it a rinse, but not really wash it. And what I do is I just put it in the fridge, and being cold, it keeps much longer that way. And that's it. sunrise at the beach. Not quite the blowout I was hoping for, but it is pretty spectacular. I'll pan around here for you guys. Right there is where the sun's kind of coming up. Pretty cloudy day here in Jetty Park, Port Canaveral, Florida. But just so lovely to have the waves crashing, the gentle breeze. The beach is pretty quiet right now. Just me, a few folks, and the birds. Hope you enjoyed that sunrise on the beach. Just a great way to start the day. Now let's go get cleaned up and the workday begins. It's pretty amazing. You guys should be here. Well, hello there. Want to see how you take a shower in a Travato G? It's shower time. Thought I'd share with you folks how I take a shower in the Travato, and one reason I chose this floor plan was because of the massive bathroom. So there's several steps to getting a shower accomplished in a Travato. So let me show you those steps. They are to make sure the shower pan floor is clean, get the hot water turned on. That takes about 15-20 minutes to heat up, and then kind of prep the bathroom area for showering. So let's go through those steps. Turn on the hot water. So let's do that first while I clean the floor plan. So this is the Truma control, and I've had the heat on tonight. But now I'm going to shift over to hot water mode. So we press the middle button, and there's a rotator switch here that is like a function button. And so I'm going to move from heat, which is the flashing motorhome symbol here, that's heat, to hot water. Hot water is right here, so I'm going to press the middle button to turn that on. You have three settings there. Eco, hot, and boost. Boost uses propane. So we'll turn propane on, and we'll press the center button to confirm that that's what we want. I'm going to move it to the energy mode, which is I'm going to make it, it's electric 1 and 2. I'm going to make it mix 2, so it's both a mixture of propane and electric. And that is all that is necessary to get the temperature hot water up. Now it takes about 15 minutes to get water. It's about 2.5 gallons up to 140 degrees. It's very, very hot water. And in my rig, maybe because it's new, I can smell when it's getting about that temperature. So I just kind of look at my watch. While that cooks and gets hot, let's go clean the shower. Let's get the shower floor clean. And the reason for that is if there's a lot of debris and dust, it goes right into the filter, which plugs it up, clogs it, and makes for an unpleasant shower experience because the floor plan doesn't drain. To clean the shower pan, it's kind of a two-step process. One is I just give the wood pieces a quick wipe down just to get initial dirt off. Probably a good idea from like a maintenance standpoint. You can see that there is some dirt in here. Now I showered in here yesterday morning, so it's fairly clean. So the idea there is just to get the excess dirt and debris from plugging up the strainer. So that's the reason I do that. And get the shower gel ready. Remove the towel. Want to turn the vent on because there is quite a bit of humidity and steam that gets created here. So I open that, push the button. This is a shower drain pump, so it's a mechanical pump that removes the water from the floor pan. The sink has a diverter here, so once the water's hot, you put on full hot and you mix in cold to adjust the temperature. Then you pull the diverter, and it runs up through this shower head. This is really a nice shower head. You'll see that, and then it has an on-off here at the shower head. So you can get wet, soap up, turn the water off, and then rinse. It works out pretty well. Now you'll see that there is a stream of water still coming out when the shower head is in the off position. I think there's a reason for that from a plumbing pressure standpoint, and it's only cold water that comes out. So what I do is I just adjust it here so that it drips down this way. You'll see that. So, okay, we're just waiting for the water to heat, which we have about 8 more minutes left. The other thing you'll want to check is your tank levels. So fresh water, I'm full. Gray is where the shower water goes. That's 2/3 full, so I think I'll be okay. And then the black is 1/2. So I'm currently running off of tank water, not city water. I did dump the tanks a couple of days ago, but apparently gray is a little fuller than I thought. I thought it'd be about 1/2, but I should be okay. But you definitely want to check your water levels before you start showering. Another thing that I like to do is use a dirty piece of clothing, like this is a t-shirt, and just put it down and kind of use it as the bath mat. All right, let's get wet. I'm going to turn the bathroom fan off so you guys can hear me better. And you want to be sure to turn the shower drain pump. Here it goes. Now we can start showering. This is going to be fun. So the first step is to get the water right, the water temperature right. So I turn on the hot. You can hear it pumping. And then we're going to mix in the cold. That's about right. Now I'm going to pull the diverter. And that's it. We are ready to start showering. Let's get wet. And just like that, the shower is over. So let me dry off and I'll show you a couple of these other little things in here that I do that will make sense to you from the shower head perspective. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is demonstrate the diverter, the button, and the shower head. And what I do is I use the shower while I'm in there showering to kind of clean the bathroom. Let me show you that now. So I'll turn the water on. Pull the diverter, so now it's stopped right here. You can see there's a little trickle of water that comes out. And now we're on full mode. Hopefully you can see that shower head. So it actually does a pretty good job. Again, I use this to kind of give everything a rinse. Rinse the soap off the floor pan. Rinse all this down. So it's just a great way to kind of keep your bathroom clean. We'll turn that off. I'm going to hit the shower drain because there's a fair amount of water in there. 1, 2, 3. Everything will wipe down when the shower is over, just to get some of the excess moisture out. And again, this is part of the cleaning process. It's all clean water. If I'm using a dirty towel, I would wipe around the toilet. This is a clean towel, so I'm just going to hit the walls real quick and then just hang it up on its hook. So that's it. That's how one takes a shower in the Travato 59G floor plan. I love it. It's a great shower. Just takes a little bit of prep work. But compared to some of the bath facilities I've been in lately, are just out of strictly convenience. So it's just a great way to get ready for the day. So the sink, I love the sink. I can't tell you what a nice thing it is to have a separate sink to brush, floss, wash hands. I use this sink way more than this sink, actually. Way more than this sink, just because of the sheer convenience of just being able to walk in, turn the water on, and use it. So I love the sink. So hopefully you enjoyed that, showering with Scott. Sunrise at the beach. This is pretty amazing. Not quite the blowout